October 31st arrives and Suguru Geto's plan is in motion. A curtain is cast to trap civilians in Shibuya. Multiple squads of sorcerers are dispatched to the scene. Civilians are shown at the Shibuya train station as Gojo works his way towards the location, suddenly coming up against Jogo, Hanami, and Choso. The three cursed spirits begin their onslaught of murdering a wave of civilians to distract Gojo. Hanami and Jogo attempt to punch Gojo, but it doesn't work. Gojo realizes that there is a curse user helping them. Regardless, Gojo brutally murders Hanami, pointing to Jogo next. Amidst the chaos of the battle, an incoming train bombarded with transfigured humans and Mahito arrive, killing more civilians. Using this to their advantage, Choso and Mahito combine their curse techniques toward Gojo, as Jogo attempts a sneak attack on Gojo, but manages to rip out Jogo's arm instead. With the body count rising by the second, Gojo finally unleashes his domain expansion, Immeasurable Void. This is absolutely insane because Gojo predicted that all non-sorcerers could withstand 0.2 seconds inside his domain without suffering lasting effects. Gojo takes out 1,000 transfigured humans after the deactivation of his domain, but suddenly encounters a mysterious cube with Geto saying, "Prison Realm open." A prison realm, as explained by Geto in a flashback, is a living barrier that can seal anything, but in order for it to work, they have to keep Gojo within a 4-meter radius for 1 minute. As the prison realm stares into Gojo, Geto walks up unannounced to Gojo, saying, "It's been a while." Confused, memories of his best friend rush through Gojo's mind as he can't understand how Geto is still alive, due to Gojo's 6 eyes rejecting all possibilities, as well as personally killing Geto a year prior. Gojo is then restrained by the prison realm. Gojo screams at Geto, saying how his 6 eyes do in fact say that the person in front of him is Geto, but his heart tells him otherwise. Geto then unzips the top of his head, revealing a brain with teeth, laughing, "How'd you know?" The brain speaks to Gojo, saying it's a curse technique that allows him to hop between brains and use that person's abilities, revealing the seal used on Geto's body will wear off in the next 1,000 years. In any case, Gojo is successfully trapped within the prison realm and admits he messed up, but has faith in his allies rescuing him. Luckily, the prison realm needs time to process Gojo, so Geto can't touch the now heavy prison realm off the floor, asking everyone to fend off any sorcerers in the meantime. A deceased Mechamaru informs Mei's team, consisting of her brother and Yuji, through a communication device to rescue Gojo. Yuji makes a run towards Nanami's location to inform them on Gojo being trapped within the prison realm. Nanami tells Megumi, Ino, and Yuji a new change of plans to destroy the curtain. He leaves, and the remaining 3 sorcerers instantly realize the user of the curtain is hiding on top of the Shibuya tower. Megumi and Yuji get to the top to face off against a curse user known as Awasaka. Inu faces off against Ogami and her grandson. She summons the reincarnation of Toji Zenin to battle against Inu. Inu gets completely floored by Toji because, well, how else was this going to play out? At the same time, Yuji and Megumi defeats Awasaka in the main road below the Shibuya tower. Toji then defies the grandma's curse abilities and kills her off, being able to move at free will. However, his body's just functioned solely to kill. Yuji leaves Megumi and runs into Choso at the station, and they begin to battle. Choso maintains the upper hand throughout most of the battle, but with the help of Mechamaru's communicator, Yuji lures Choso into a bathroom, letting water sprinklers let loose, rendering Choso's blood manipulation technique useless. Still, Choso lands a fatal attack on Yuji. Before killing Yuji, Choso gained a memory which never happened before, where he is seen eating alongside his brothers and Itadori, all smiling. Freaked out from the memory, he runs away. Yuji is then discovered by Mimiko and Hanako, who kidnaps him. Mimiko and Hanako were students under Geto long ago and devise a plan to feed several Sukuna fingers they have to Yuji to awaken Sukuna to help them get Geto back. We cut back to Nanami now with Maki and Naobito. Naobito discovers that they are being pursued by a cursed spirit and takes it down. Now angered and reminded by the fact that Hanami was killed, the cursed spirit transforms into a much more powerful being, revealing to be Dagon. Naobito, Maki, and Nanami battle against Dagon as he then uses his domain expansion, transporting all of them into a tropical island. Maki has a tough time defending herself in the domain as Dagon aims to kill Maki first, but is interrupted by Megumi's domain expansion. Trying to outpower Dagon's domain expansion, Megumi hopes to create an opening for them to escape. Shockingly, Toji forces his way through the battle, frightening the sorcerers. Puppet of Carnage, Toji's intent to kill anything he sees annihilates Dagon, allowing the sorcerers to escape. Toji then throws Megumi through a window. Megumi uses a rabbit Shikigami to escape, but it doesn't work. Luckily, he dodges one of Toji's attack. Curious, Toji asks for his name, in which Megumi mentions it. Toji smirks, then kills himself with a knife to the head. Megumi was oblivious to the fact that he was fighting his father. Back at the station, Jogo learns of Dagon's death and engulfs Naobito, Nanami, and Maki's bodies in flames. Jogo dashes quickly to Yuji's location, feeding him the rest of the 10 Sukuna fingers, awakening Sukuna. Mimiko, Hanako, and Jogo bows down to Sukuna. Mimiko and Hanako tell Sukuna their plan of rescuing Geto, but taking this demand designed as an order, Sukuna kills both of them and then challenges Jogo, making a wager that if he can land one hit on him, he'll do as Jogo commands. Sukuna bodies Jogo, but tells him to be proud since he's strong, then takes him out with an unknown flame technique. Sukuna is then met with an old acquaintance named Uraume, but quickly bolts to find Megumi, who he senses is in danger. Megumi, who is getting beaten by Haruda, summons his most powerful Shikigami, known as Mahoranga, which can't be controlled. Sukuna manages to save Megumi's life, but is completely amazed at what Fushiguro just summoned. Mahoranga is quickly able to adapt and counter Sukuna, with Sukuna even acknowledging that if Megumi summoned Mahoranga in their first encounter, he'd be dead. Regardless, Sukuna uses his domain expansion Malevolent Shrine, destroying everything in a 140-meter radius except Megumi. Yuji then awakens from the destruction Sukuna had unleashed, feeling completely traumatized, but is reminded to press forward. Cut back to Nanami, who somehow survived Jogo's attack, slaughters a horde of transfigured humans. Yuji arrives, but sadly witnesses Nanami get blown to pieces by Mahito. Enraged, Yuji battles Mahito. During the battle, we learn how Mahito split himself into two while searching for Yuji earlier, with his other half facing off against Nobara. The Mahito battling Nobara makes a run to the station to meet with the other half, and this is where Mahito lands a direct hit on Nobara's right eye, which blows up right in front of Yuji. Yuji, with his resolve shaken, has been hit with Mahito's Black Flash, which, surprise, is a technique that apparently non-sorcerers can learn. As Mahito continuously strikes Yuji, Todo comes to the rescue, telling Yuji to get up and that their battle has only just begun. As the battle wages on, Todo, Yuji, and Mahito each brings out 120% of their full potential. Todo and Yuji, pound for pound, keeps up with the onslaught of Mahito's attacks, even besting two of his most powerful transfigured humans. Mahito then uses his domain expansion for 0.2 seconds, something he learned with his battle against Gojo, blowing up Todo's left hand and landing a Black Flash to take him out. Yuji lands a Black Flash on Mahito, but through the heat of the battle, finally discovers the true essence of his soul, transforming into his final form, the instant spirit body of distorted killing. Exhausted, Yuji realizes the only attack that will be effective against Mahito in this form is to continuously use the Black Flash, which Yuji masters at will, overpowering Mahito. Mahito reverts back to his original form and begins to crawl away from Yuji. Then, Geto comes in and asks Mahito if he should save him. However, Geto sucks up Mahito in the sphere, consumes him, and takes down Yuji. Luckily, Yuji is saved by the Kyoto students and a few others, but their victory is short-lived as Uraume sides with Geto, unleashing her ice attacks on them. That's when we get the return of Yuki Tsukumo, a special grade sorcerer protecting everyone. Unfortunately, Geto manages to escape by unleashing cursed spirits all throughout Shibuya, but not before showing off the prison room to Yuji, reminding him how he's failed his mission to save Gojo. And this was the Shibuya arc incident in a nutshell. My name is DJ Miles. Take care.